Good day, my dear students. I'm your teacher, Sir Christopher Uminga. So here we are again. Today, class, I'm going to discuss to you the parts of a research proposal, no? An experimental design. So when we say experimental design or experimental research, you are going to make an experiment. So kailangan meron siyang control group and experimental group. I will discuss this topic as we go on with the next lessons or next videos. So watch out for that. So these are the parts of an experimental research proposal. Okay, there are three major parts. We have the problem, rationale, and background, the related literature, the materials, and methods. If we have major parts, we also have the minor parts. So the minor parts are the schedule of the activities, the references, the appendices, and the curriculum vitae or your biodata. Okay. So these are the parts of a research proposal. The first one is the title. The second part are or is the problem, rationale, and background. And under this part, we have the statement of the problem or objectives, the null hypothesis, theoretical or conceptual framework, significance of the study, scope and limitations of the study, definition of terms. And then we also have the related literature. Under related literature are related legal basis, related literature, the local from local and foreign, related studies, okay, from local and foreign studies. Then number 4, we have materials and methods. So under these are the research method, materials, equipments or apparatus and utensils, procedure, evaluation of the products, statistical treatments. Then we have number 5, schedule of activities. Number 6, references. 7, appendices. And the last one is curriculum vitae or biodata. Okay, so the first part is the title of the research proposal. So when you are going to make a title of the research proposal, the first one is it must be brief and concise. So meaning to say, kailangan 5 to 15 words lang ito and concise. Ibig sabihin, kailangan eksakto yung mga ilalagay mo doon sa title ng research. Okay? Researchable and novel. Ibig sabihin, ka-research, no, kailangan yung gagawin mong research title ay pwede mong gawan talaga ng research. And novel means kailangan original, if possible. Then, it indicates possibilities for further research. So, meaning to say, after doing that research, you can still continue or improve that research. Then, time for completing the study is possible. So, kailangan meron siyang specific time na matatapos yung research. Okay, always remember the SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bounded. So these are the things that you should remember when doing a title for a research proposal. Okay, next is we have here the following are the basic guidelines in making a research study title. So ito yung mga guidelines o dapat tandaan when you are going to make a research study title. Okay, this is according to the practical research module 2 of the senior high school. The first one is the first two words state the goal of the research. Ano ba yung goal mo sa research? Okay? So these are the examples. The effects of. Okay? Yung goal mo is to know the effect of something. Or pwede ring effects of. The impact or impact. Pwede ring factors affecting. So these are the goals of the research. Ilagay mo dun sa first two words yung iyong goal or kung ano yung gusto mong malaman dun sa research na yun. Okay, number 2. Use an accurate description of the subject and scope of the study instead of using general terms. Okay? So kailangan the first words of the study or the words in the title of your study must be accurate description of the subject. Okay, for example, the effect of pulverized chalk to the growth of mango plants. Okay, so kailangan accurate ang description of the subject and the scope of the study. Ano ba yung i-study mo? Okay, ano ba ang gusto mong malaman? Okay, then number 3 is do not use abbreviations like DAS, IV, DV. Okay, so hindi pwede yung DAS, kailangan Delphine Albano High School. IV, dapat yan ay independent variable. Okay? Hindi pwede ang DV, kailangan dependent variable. Except dun sa mga commonly known ones like DNA and ICT. Okay? So, pwede yung DNA and ICT kasi those are commonly known ones. Pero yung DAS, IV, and DV, kailangan ibuuin mo, no? You have to spell it out. Okay? Number 4, do not include words like the study of, okay? Analysis of, an investigation of, scientific study of, okay? Or similar construction as these would only lengthen the title, okay? So, hindi pwede yung mga ganitong start ng title ng study. Okay, ibig sabihin they are already vague, ibig sabihin malabo. Okay, number 5 is include the main dependent and independent variables. So, I already discussed dependent and independent variables. Number 6, be mindful of the proper use of grammar and punctuation. So, kailangan grammatically correct and you have to use the right punctuation like period, colon, semicolon. There is no question mark in the title, okay? Next is capitalize all nouns, okay, pronouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, as well as the first letter or the first and the last words. Okay? So you have to capitalize all nouns. Ano ba yung noun? Okay, noun is, I think, is pangalan, no? The name of a person, places, or thing. The pronouns, usually ito yung mga panghalip like us, their, we, its, ganun. Then verb are the action words, okay? Adjectives, ito yung mga pang-uri, okay? The adverbs are the pang-abay. And of course, we have to capitalize the first letter of the words. And also the first letter of the last words, okay? Number 8 is state in a declarative form, meaning to say, dapat hindi siya question mark. No? Kailangan nagtatapos siya sa period. Although you may also see titles in question form from time to time. Okay? Usually kasi kailangan dapat declarative or yung sentence end in period. Okay? Then number 9, the year of the study has been conducted should not be indicated unless it is a historical study. Okay? Kapag historical study, yan yung mga study na of the past, nagtatapos na, meron siyang year or date. Pero yung kapag future siya, do not include the year of the study. Okay, number 10, use current terminology or words. So, ibig sabihin, use words that are current. Hindi pwedeng gumamit ng words na hindi naiintindihan ng nagbabasa. Okay? At saka kailangan yung words na bago, yung current. Okay? Para naman maintindihan ng mga nagbabasa. Okay? Number 11 is, depending on the institutional requirements, 5 to 15 words are sufficient to describe the research study. Okay? So, it depends on the school. Okay? Kung ano ang gusto nilang, gaano kahaba yung title mo. So, in our research proposal, I recommend to use 5 to 15 words also. Then number 12, use the common name instead of chemical formula. Okay, example, ammonium instead of NH4. So, bawal yung mga chemical formula like NH4, H2O, CO2. Okay, kailangan you have to give the chemical name. Okay, for example, H2O dapat water. For NH4, we have ammonium. Ganun, ano? CO2, instead of CO2, you have to use carbon dioxide. Okay, number 13 is write and italize full scientific names. So, dapat lahat ng mga scientific names ay naka-italize, no? Ganyan yung pagkakasulat, parang slanting. Then, in writing the scientific names, capital letter usually ang umpisa ng first word, then the second word is small letter. Then number 14, make sure to reflect the tone of the paper. An academic research paper has the title which is not casual or informal or does not contain humor. So, dapat yung title ninyo ay based on hindi siya nakakatuwa or hindi siya nakakatawa. Okay? Dapat siya ay formal, not informal. Okay? Because these are academic research. So, hindi dapat casual or hindi dapat siya nakakatawa kapag when the reader reads it. Okay? So, these are the 14 basic guidelines when you are making a research title. Okay, so we have here an exercise. Okay, the title is What's More? Directions. Evaluate the following erroneous research title and justify what makes it wrong. Okay? So may apat na title ng research dito. Let us evaluate what makes it wrong. And then we have to give our answer. Example, phytochemical analysis and antioxidant activity of S. trifasciata leaves. Okay? So, ito yung answer niya. Okay? As you can see in this example, the scientific name was abbreviated and not italicized. So, dapat yan naka-italize. Okay? Makikita niyo yung italize doon sa taas ng inyong laptop or computer. Okay? Meron doon yung bold, italize, and underline. Kailangan naka-italize ito. Kumbaga para siyang naka-slanting ang dating niya. Okay? Then, let's try number 1. An investigation of the effects of electronic uses on interpersonal relationship in adults. What do you think make this title erroneous or wrong? Okay? Will you try to analyze it? An investigation of the effects of electronic uses on interpersonal relationship in adults. Okay, so as I can analyze, as I evaluate, okay, yung an investigation, that is not included, right? Then of course, yung mga capital letters sa effects, sa electronics, dapat capital letter yan, uses. Then of course, the word adults. Kailangan capital letter yung first letter ng word. Okay? For number 2, effects of coconut oil and beeswax edible coating. Okay? What do you think is wrong with this problem? Effects of coconut oil and beeswax edible coating. Okay? I think the wrong or error here is the word coating, it should be capitalized, right? Because it was said earlier that the last word should be capitalized. The first letter of the last word should be capitalized, and I think there is no sense with this title. What is the effect of coconut oil and beeswax edible coating? What is its effects for? Para saan ba ang effect nito? Parang incomplete ang kanyang thought or meaning. Number 3, the effects of arts integrated instruction on arithmetic skills of student for school year 2018 to 2019. Okay, ano kayang problem dito sa topic na ito? The effects of arts integrated instruction on arithmetic skills of student for school year 2018 to 2019. I think itong itong year niya, this is not a historical research. Okay, possibly yun ang kanyang mali, the effects of arts integrated instruction on arithmetic skill of students. At saka wala siyang binanggit kung anong year ng students, kung grade 10, senior high ba ito, at saka dapat nakalagay kung anong eskwelahan. at saka itong SY. Okay, pwede rin siguro yan. Okay, so those might be the possible wrong or error in this topic or title. And the last one is antibacterial effects of C2H5OH extract of Carica papaya leaves. I think, okay, the use of C2H5OH, it should be, do not use chemical formula. You should use the name of this compound, which is ethyl alcohol. Okay? Dapat antibacterial effects of ethyl alcohol extracts of Carica papaya leaves. So, and also the capital letter yung E, capital letter yung extract din dyan. Also papaya, capital letter yung P, and then capital letter ang leaves. Okay, so those are the possible errors in these research titles. The next is, okay, we have here some examples of experimental research title. Okay, the effects of kangkong, Ipomoea aquatica on the blood cholesterol of rabbits. So as you can see, the scientific names are italicized. Okay, chronotherapeutic effects on vitamin A deficient white mice, Mus muculus. So this should be italicized. Okay, production of carbon paper using charcoal and black mix of used batteries as pigment, sodas as substitute for commercial golf tees, and so forth and so on. Okay, so pwede kayo mag-base dito ng sa mga title on your own research proposals. Okay, then we also have okay, this one is your performance number 3. I want you to answer this in your paper and submit it on the next submission of modules. Letter A is true or false. Right? True if the statement is correct, and false if it is incorrect. Okay, and then the next one is, okay, construct 5 to 10 experimental research titles that you would like to study or conduct. So you have to submit this one as soon as possible. Maybe next week. Okay? Para pipili ako ng isang title na gagawin ninyo, na i-conduct ninyo. Okay? So that's it. Thank you for listening and watching.